What would happen if someone could bend people's minds, twist their perceptions, and create absolute loyalty? This is not a story about a simple criminal. This is the story of Charles Manson, a man whose name would become synonymous with manipulation, cults, and one of the most infamous crime sprees in American history. For decades, his life and actions have fascinated, horrified, and puzzled millions around the world. But who was the man behind the myth, and how did he manage to influence so many? Charles Mills Manson was born on November 12, 1934, in Cincinnati, Ohio. His mother, Kathleen Maddox, was only 16 at the time. She struggled with her own issues and eventually abandoned him. Manson spent most of his childhood moving from one foster home to another, often facing neglect, abuse, and a sense of rejection. By the time he was a teenager, Manson had already begun committing petty crimes, theft, truancy, and eventually more serious offenses. These early experiences shaped a young man who craved attention, control, and belonging, setting the stage for the manipulative figure he would become. As a young adult, Manson continued to drift in and out of reform schools and prisons. He developed a reputation for charm, charisma, and the ability to persuade others. In the mid-1960s, Manson arrived in California, entering the heart of the counterculture movement in San Francisco. The Haight-Ashbury district was alive with music, free love, and experimentation. It was the perfect environment for a man like Manson to find followers. He began gathering a group of young people, often women, who were seeking purpose, guidance, or escape from their own troubled lives. This group would eventually be known as the Manson family. Manson was more than a leader. He was a manipulator of beliefs. He claims to have a vision of an impending racial apocalypse, which he called Helter Skelter, borrowed from a Beatles song. He told his followers that they would survive the coming chaos and rule the world afterwards. Through isolation, repetition, and psychological pressure, Manson convinced them to follow his orders without question. His combination of fear, charisma, and promises of spiritual insight allowed him to control people in ways that still fascinate psychologists today. In 1969, the Manson family carried out a series of murders that shocked the world. The most infamous attack was on actress Sharon Tate and 4 others at her home. Manson did not personally kill anyone, but he orchestrated the attacks, instructing his followers with chilling detail. The murders were brutal and senseless, creating fear across Los Angeles and the nation. The media dubbed Manson a monster, and the case became a symbol of the dark side of the 1960s counterculture. In December 1969, Manson and several followers were arrested. The trial that followed was sensational. Manson's strange behavior, including singing, laughing, and making cryptic statements in court, captivated and horrified the public. He was found guilty of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder, receiving a life sentence without parole. The trial cemented his legacy as one of the most notorious figures in criminal history. Charles Manson died in 2017, but his story remains a warning. It reminds us how charisma, manipulation, and isolation can twist human behavior in terrifying ways. The Manson family murders continue to fascinate, inspire books, documentaries, and films, and serve as a dark chapter in American history. Understanding Manson is not about glorifying him, but learning how easily people can be influenced and the dangers of unchecked obsession and control. If this story shocked you, you're not alone. There are many more cases like this, hidden, disturbing, and often forgotten. So if you want to dive deeper into real stories that will make you question everything, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications.